Hey friends, you're watching BrainStormAcres. I'm Henry.
And I'm Irene.
We don't normally publish on Sunday, but we're making a special exception today. First, we want to thank everybody who's commented on our last video. It was quite a shock for us to go out and see the devastation from that hailstorm.
Well, you're watching it from inside. You know what it's going to look like when you get out there.
And it looked exactly like we expected.
Yeah, quite a mess. Quite a mess.
There's a couple of things we wanted to say.
Besides, hi, Jack.
Hey, Jack. The first is, our house is fine. We're in no danger of flooding out. We had to do a little bit of work to drain some water because things changed over the past 4 or 5 years. Our water situation is not as desperate as it was before. We'll cover that tomorrow.
Yeah, there's not much we can do in the garden. I'm going to go out. It's actually not rained this morning, so I'm going to go out and see if I can harvest any squash. I just don't want any remaining squash to get to be the size of,
Baseball
baseballs.
bats.
Yeah, really. I don't want any baseball bats or frisbees. I would prefer to stick with smaller things. So I'm going to check that. I have harvested a bunch of the broken flowers. There's not much we can do until this next spate of rain is over. So we're doing a little bit each day, trying to pull up a few weeds, clean up a few things, but we're not really doing any kind of a push. We're kind of brainstorming and figuring out what we do next. We've already made some decisions about some of the things we're going to plant, and we'll keep you informed of that as this week goes on.
Now, the one thing I want to do is let you know that the greenhouse survived intact.
Yeah, the greenhouse is fine.
Yeah, we had quite a few questions about that because of the amount of hail that we had and the size of it.
Right.
And I think the greenhouse is going to play an important role in our food production for this fall.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking forward to getting most of the stuff out of the greenhouse.
Not so much now. It's
more work for me, to be honest, because I have to monitor it multiple times a day. It makes it really hard if we have to go away for the day. There's a limited amount that we can do in terms of automating anything. So it's more problematic, but under the current circumstances, well, not that any year ever comes with guarantees or warranties, but this one's shaping up to be a little more challenging than it has been, especially since we've already replanted a couple of things more than once. Because first, the green beans, one batch of them got mashed by deer. So, and same thing with some of the soybeans. So we decided we would replant those. Some of them got eaten by mice. Then everything got mashed by the hailstorm. Remarkably, one of the sections of soybeans was actually protected by the cover that had blown off of the of the other bed.
Sometimes luck is a good thing.
So there's a section about that long that's pristine practically, We're
going to try and keep it that way.
Right, I'm expecting a lightning bolt to come down when I say that, of course. So I've got that. Everything's got temporary covers on it now, just enough to try and reduce damage if we do get another hailstorm.
I do want to let you know that we're a lot more lucky than other people out here on the ranch.
Oh, yeah.
There are people who have had their houses flooded out.
Yes.
Most people are in the midst of a moat. They're surrounded by water.
Right.
A lot of the roads had rivers of water running down it, and unfortunately, because of the way a lot of these roads were constructed 40 years ago, they're anywhere from 6 inches to 2 feet below grade, which means
they're a river.
There's at least that much water.
Right. These are not county maintained roads in this area. Find out in great detail before you buy property out here who maintains the roads and whether you have to pay for it privately. Because most of the roads in many areas of Arizona are not maintained by the county or the city. And that was the first time we'd ever seen that, to be honest. Unless any other state, if you bought a piece of property, they would say this is a private road, therefore it's privately maintained. Okay, they don't tell you that here. We call it a sin of omission. Yeah, they omit telling you that.
So when we bought our place here, there are signs that say the road is not routinely maintained by the county. Who would have thought that it's not maintained at all by the county? But that's the story.
Ever, yeah.
Well, look, please give some thoughts to the other people who are out here on Juniper Wood Ranch, because a lot of people are in a lot of hurt.
And well, if we've seen flooding, I see flooding from some other people I know on Instagram too, and they're in moderately I don't want to say suburban, but they're not in like out in the sticks where we are, but they still have flooding.
Thanks very much for watching. Stick around and see what happens here on our journey, because it's certainly going to be something.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of plans now, some of which are different, some of which are just going to accelerate from where we had them. You know, these are things we'd intended to do all along. You know, we've got some flooding that could have been fixed by French drains. We just got the gravel in the past month. We hadn't been able to find any locally that we liked. So things like that. There'll be lots.
More digging.
More digging.
More trenching.
More trenching.
More fixing.
More fixing.
More draining.
Yes, more draining.
Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, because
we're going to be doing lots more, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I need a nap.
We'll talk with you later.
Bye.
Bye.